Madame la Chancelière, j'ai l'honneur de vous présenter le professeur Douglas Sanderson Amo Binashii, qui s'est illustré par son expertise et son leadership dans le domaine du droit autochtone. Professor Sanderson Amo Binashii is Beaver Clan from the Opaskwayak Cree Nation. As a senior policy advisor to the Government of Ontario, he played a key role in overhauling Ontario's human rights adjudication system, now widely acknowledged as a model of human rights adjudication. As a professor of law at the University of Toronto since 2009, he has focused on finding potential solutions to historical wrongs. He has inspired dozens of students to pursue careers in Indigenous and human rights policy and litigation, and has helped his colleagues introduce Indigenous legal issues into the curriculum. His ability to combine scholarly, legal, and personal perspectives and his accessible communication style have made him a central figure in advancing Indigenous rights across Canada. He's a frequent contributor to the Globe and Mail and to the International Affairs magazine Global Brief, and also co-authored the 2022 book Valley of the Bird Tail, An Indian Reserve, a White Town, and the Road to Reconciliation. It tells the story of how two real families in two neighboring communities, one white, one Indigenous, became separate and unequal, and what that means for Canadians. The book won national acclaim and awards. Madame la Chancelière, au nom du Sénat et du Conseil d'administration de l'Université, j'ai le privilège et l'honneur de vous présenter le professeur Douglas Sanderson, Amo Binashii, afin que vous lui décerniez un doctorat en droit honoris causa.
I now ask Dr. Douglas Sanderson Amo Binashii to present his convocation address.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, honored platform guests, graduating class, family, and friends. You know, when I was doing the run-through of the speech earlier in the day, I actually became quite emotional. And I think it's because I wished my parents could be here tonight, but they both passed on to the other side, and I maybe just take a moment for all of us to think of the people who can't be here tonight. Okay. Congratulations! What an accomplishment. But let us recognize that this accomplishment is not yours or mine alone. None of us would be here. None of us who cross this stage tonight would be here without our friends and family who had faith in us, who believed in us, and who supported us. Graduates, give them a hand, please. Thank you. Thank you. Graduates, I am honored to stand with you, to graduate with you, and in this moment, and for the rest of our lives, to be entangled with you in lives we did not expect to live and a future we cannot yet know. I think of my own life. My mother was taken to residential school before she was 5 years old. But before that, she lived her winters with her family on a trap line. She and her brothers and sisters survived residential school. She went on to graduate school in education. Her brother, Ken Young, is here tonight, one of Manitoba's first Cree lawyers. And now me, professor of law at a prestigious university, standing before you in 2 generations. lives we could not expect to live, and a future we have yet to know. 2 years ago, I published a book with a former student of mine, the amazing Andrew Stobo-Snyderman. And while we've been out on book tour, one question comes up again and again. How can I, average audience member, how can I get to reconciliation? And first, let me say, it's hard. Reconciliation is hard. Getting there is hard. Doing it is hard. But why is it so hard? Well, part of the problem is that reconciliation isn't a verb. It's a noun. So it's like trying to do potato. And that's one reason why reconciliation is hard to do, because reconciliation is an end state. It's a result. It's not an action. So how are we supposed to advance the project of reconciliation? Well, the law professor in me wants to lecture on the nature of inequality, but as a Cree scholar, I am instead compelled to tell a story. This story takes place here on these lands, but long ago. Long before there were any human beings, Mother Earth nurtured the four-legged ones, and the plant and mushroom beings, the water beings, the insect beings, the winged ones, but there were not yet any human beings. One day, Creator called a council of all the animal beings, and they assembled in a great collection on the prairies. When they had settled, Creator said, I have asked you here today because I seek your guidance and wisdom. And this pleased the animal beings. And Creator continued, I wish to introduce into this place a new kind of being. A being who won't be anything like you. These new beings, these human beings, they will be born into this world without any instinctive knowledge for survival. They will look to you, animals, and you animal beings. You must teach them generation after generation. And these beings will be weak, oh, so weak that they will depend on your furs to keep them warm and your flesh to feed them. And though they will be weak, you will need to teach them to survive. But I will give these beings, these human beings, a very special gift. I will give to them the gift of the knowledge of truth and justice. But I know that you can't just give a gift that special. People, they'll take it for granted. They won't even realize that it is a gift. No, a gift that special needs more. And that is why I have assembled you here today. I need your help. I need to know where to place this special gift so that these beings will be able to find the knowledge. But we can't choose a place too easy for them to find. We need them to work for this special knowledge. We need them to appreciate the gift that I am giving to them. And for that, they will need to seek out this knowledge. But I do not know where to put this gift. There arose a murmur amongst the animal beings, and finally, Buffalo raised herself. Creator, he said, give the gift to me, and I will take it far across the plains so that the journey there will be long and arduous. Thank you, Creator said. Thank you, Buffalo. But you need to understand that these beings will spread out far and wide, and in time they will simply come across the gift. Buffalo, no matter how far you go across the prairies, they will find it. Later, Salmon waved and said, I know, Creator. Give the gift to me, and I will swim downstream and out into the ocean, and I will hide the gift across the great sea. Thank you, Salmon, said Creator. That is a very good idea. But these beings are very clever, and they will become very numerous. And just as they spread across the plains, so too will they take to the seas and the oceans, and in time the whole earth and sea will be known to them, and the gift will be found, again, just by chance. One after another, the animals suggested. One after another, it wasn't right. Eventually, Raven spoke. Creator, give me the gift, and I will fly it into the night sky. I won't stop. I will take this gift to Grandmother Moon herself. Oh, Raven, Creator said, thank you. And I know that this is very hard to believe, but these are very special, very inventive beings, and they will make short the distance between themselves and very distant things. Yes, Raven, it is hard to believe, but the moon, these beings will go there too. And so it continued, hour after hour, as the animals offered themselves and their solutions to Creator, each vying to find a hiding spot in which to secret the knowledge of truth and justice. Finally, towards dawn, little Mole raised his paw. At first, because Mole is so small, Creator didn't see his paw. But Mole cleared his throat, and Creator asked, Mole? And Mole said, Creator, I know. I know where to put the knowledge of truth and justice. Where? Asked Creator. And Mole said, Creator, you should put this special gift inside of them, inside each and every one of them. That way, all of these new beings will have access to the knowledge of truth and justice. But to gain that wisdom, each will have to take a journey within themselves. And that is what Creator did. So now to the question of what you can do for reconciliation. I don't know. But Creator has placed that knowledge within you, within each of you. And I invite you, as your new journey begins in this world, I invite you to begin that journey within, to find Creator's special gift, that is the knowledge of truth and justice. Thank you. And good luck out there. Stay just. Look within yourself for the truth, and when you find that truth, act on it. Take what is within you, make it manifest, and let's all act to make this world better than we found it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Douglas Sanderson Amo Binashii, a truly great storyteller. Thank you.